They wanted a site that also held like leaderboards and like resources. So just like Speed Souls, you know. But now nothing should be off of speedrun.com also. Like nothing now. Unless you're like a high score based thing and not a speedrun, like Guitar Hero or like Donkey Kong or Pac-Man or something. But yeah, everything that's a speedrun should be on speedrun.com now. This burn on my hand doesn't hurt, but it's like not going away. I wonder how long it's going to take for it to go away. Did I watch the Billy video? I don't think so. Oh, the Billy Mitchell thing? Yeah, I don't care. He's pretty irrelevant. I don't know why they're so content on... Like... There's a huge community. I watched The King of Kong right when it came out. And, and I liked it. It was fun to watch, but I just didn't like Billy Mitchell throughout watching the whole thing. I thought he was so fake. I didn't think he was evil as a person. I was just like, this guy's like unfair. And Twin Galaxies is just feels culty. So like Steve Wiebe had to do like a live performance and like record himself playing the game and everything, and then fucking Billy Mitchell just has like a VHS tape with no ref nearby or anything, just yeah. And so that's when I was just first like, this doesn't seem fair or legitimate at all. You got burned by your oven over the weekend and it still hasn't healed either? Aw. We've got so much in common. No wonder you don't like cooking. You got burned by your dad 20 years ago, still hasn't healed. I've got this burn on my leg that is probably only visible if I like shaved my shins or something. I think it's on my right shin. It's my dad's friend when I was younger had a motorcycle, and he pulled into the driveway with it, and he was like, guys, check out my motorcycle. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. I'm young, I think motorcycles are cool. I still do. Fucking, I'm a kid. But I walked up to it, and it was kind of dark out. Like, he turned off the lights on the motorcycle, and then it was kind of just dark out, and I couldn't see it anymore. So I'm like, where is it? I'm like walking up towards it, and then my leg bumps into where the engine is. And just fucking burnt my leg. Bumped into it with my shin. What other burns have I gotten in my life? I've got a lot of scars, just not a lot of burn-related ones. Which is pretty nice. Burns are not pretty. Like, if my whole face was burned, there's just some things in life that are just worse than death. You know, just like I would have this huge fear that no one would be able to love me. And that I would just live alone forever if I had my whole face burnt. don't know who had this happen to them. I think I do. I think my ex was telling me a story about one of her exes, which, you know, boyfriends just love that, don't they? So, when I was with my one of my exes, she was telling me about how... We were talking about burns, and she was saying how... What a bitch. Now you're not gonna stagger, aren't you? Oh my god, you did. And saying how one of her ex-boyfriends is, like, now super burned. Because, I'm trying to remember what happened. It was like... He had this tight leather jacket on. And, focusing. He had this tight leather jacket on, and he was out cooking at this bonfire with a bunch of friends at a party. And, he got lighter fluid on the end of his jacket, like on the ends of the sleeves. And, and I don't know what happened. I think he didn't go near the fire, just like a spark came off and lit his arms on fire. And so his arms were on fire, and his arms and the leather jacket was on fire. And it was really tight on his skin. And it was burning his arms underneath it. And he couldn't take his jacket off because his arms were in pain. So his friends did, and when they peeled his jacket off from behind, like, had to... It's like when you fucking dress a 5-year-old. And you have to put their... And you take their jacket off, and you just... And their arms are just, like, backwards, and you're ripping it off of them. And it peeled all the skin off of his arms from, like, elbow to fingertips. Segment. Man, it's just like fucking thinking about that. It makes me not like tight clothing. Friendly AE for 12 months in a row. Thank you so much. Full year. I don't zero, but thank you. Isn't it called The Thinning or something? It doesn't look like a bad movie. He's not a bad actor, but in his logs, that's who he is. He's not acting in his logs, so, like... It's okay to not like him who he is in his logs, you know? I'm one of those people that just doesn't... It sounds stupid. And almost like I'm supporting an offensive person. But I'm one of those people that just doesn't care what the actor does as a person, but when they, or whatever, like an entertainer does, but whenever I enjoy their medium, I just completely separate the two. Like Kevin Spacey, you know, did some shit, people didn't like it, I don't care. Like, I care that there's plenty of bad people in the world. I don't think I should focus on how Kevin Spacey is bad. Like, there's thousands of people that are in jail Hundreds of thousands. And, like, terrible people out there. And there's even more terrible people out there who aren't in jail and done bad things. But, like, doesn't mean he didn't do a really good job in a bunch of movies. You know? Now, the thought process of people that change their mind on him is they don't want to support films that he's involved in, you know? You know, like, you don't... Like, you were just about to buy American Beauty on, like, Blu-ray box set collection. But then you heard the news, and then you're like, oh, never mind. Because you just don't want to support that anymore. But, like... There's two things that go with that. One, I'm a drop in a bucket. And two, he's kind of already really rich. Oh, thank you, Friendly. That's so nice of you. I've been well. Hope you've been well, too. But yeah, like, I never admired him to begin with, so I'm not gonna be like... I didn't have, like, a Kevin Spacey poster up on my wall with him with his button-up shirt ripped in half and with a rose in his mouth or anything. I just, you know... And I never really watch a movie because Kevin Spacey's in it. I'm just like, oh, this movie's got Kevin Spacey in it? That's pretty cool. It's not like I go on Netflix and I search for Kevin Spacey. It's like, it's just a bonus afterwards, you know? I guess I hear the viewpoints from people who, like, kind of idolize that person to begin with. But what's the point, you know? Like... I don't think there's, like, anybody who I really idolize as a person with their, like, what they do in their everyday life, you know? Like, what's the point of tabloids? It just seems so uninteresting.
You just made the list!
A Trism! Thank you for the 7 months in a row with Trism. I'm not seeing messages. If you guys are, like, providing them with your resubs... Thank you, Absent Abyss. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm not gonna pretend like I like the person. Like, originally. Like, Bob Marley would just be another Jamaican guy to me if he didn't make cool music. Or whatever he is. I don't know. Maybe he's not Jamaican. Like, everybody's just some guy. Like, you're not gonna see on TMZ just, like, fucking your next-door neighbor Fred who just works at CVS, you know? There would probably be stronger laws about public photography and videography if just literally everybody was filmed. But like, Tom Cruise can't really walk into a police station and say like, I've had like 10 people harass me with cameras today. Because the cops are gonna be like, oh my god, it's Tom Cruise. Like, they just can't live. I don't know. I think like 2 minutes. It's got a slower Quelaag fight and a little bit more movement and using a glitch. That's about it. And also you save time on faster fights and stuff, but that's not a big deal. If I was an actor, would I rather be a voice actor or an IRL actor? Like a camera actor, yeah. Camera or mic? I don't know. Honestly, I don't think I'm a bad actor. I think I'm untrained. But I know people, like... I feel like I'm, like, above average, you know? In terms of just... Not everybody... I'm not above average in comparison to everybody that considers themselves an actor. Just... Like, if you put a camera in front of, like... the average guy and told him to act, he'd probably suck. I feel like I can maybe do a little bit better than that. That's all I'm saying, you know? I start crying now. That's like, I love it when, like, talk show people are like, so you're an actor, huh? Cry. The cliche actor that doesn't make it many places is just, like, so energetic and can do a lot of impressions. Has, like, the haircut, you know? I don't think I could see myself in a movie. I just don't. Or, like, in a show. The way I look just looks so unique, in a sense. Like, not in a good way. It's kind of like a film with Tommy Wiseau. It just looks so out of place. I think this whole split was good. I took an extra sit down at the bonfire. Move swap was first try. Sen's fortress movement was good. Andre was good. Duping was great. Okay. I've thought about voice acting, though. My voice has improved over the years. I just don't really know how someone just, like, starts that sort of stuff. That's pretty cool. Awesome cake. If sarcasm counts as acting. It's kind of a sense, yeah. Okay. I'm not super excited about that gold because I've already gotten that gold before. I just didn't save it. Do I have an opinion on the new Twitch guidelines? Not really. It's not political correctness is going to be the way. I'm not going to change who I am at all. The only thing that might change on this channel is I might ease back on using specific names when I talk about people. I just like to be as real as possible with you guys, and if something's on my mind, I talk about it. As much as I can with, like, still being private and without, like, hurting feelings. I never try to bash or attack anybody unless I have, like, a specific reason behind it, you know? Like, if I talk about my day and, like, let's say if my day started off with talking to Blood Thunder and he insulted my mother or something stupid. I don't know. I'm terrible at coming up with examples. Then on stream I'd be all like, Blood Thunder wasn't very nice to me today. He talked about my mom. I didn't like that. That's, I don't know. I never just talk shit about somebody for no reason. I never really, like, talk shit in general. Like, so I'm not worried about it at all. There's so many people that just, like, make fun of people based on their looks or how they sound and stuff. Like, they mock people. I've had it happen to me. I've had people stream and just, like, make fun of me. That shouldn't have happened. I was halfway through my roll. No, they don't even have to take it as hate. Somebody else could, but, like, nobody is gonna do that. I'm not worried. The thing is, if I was worried, that would just make me self-conscious and probably end up saying something wrong. So I'm just gonna be myself. And I can appeal and defend myself if anybody, like, calls me out on something, so it's nothing to worry about. It's not whether or not they deem it as hate. It's whether or not, like, a group of staff members and support at Twitch deems it as hate. Like, whoever calls me out or, like, files a claim on me for something like that can assume or they can claim that I'm speaking in a certain way, but probably won't be. I'll see you later, Cat Mystery. No more shit talking Whitwicks. I don't do that. Like I just said, I don't really just, like, what they're defending against is actual hate. Oh shit. What? What they're defending against is actual hate. If I was like, Whitwix is a fat shit, or something, I don't know. So full of himself. Like, I don't say that. Like, I'll talk about specific, maybe I'll talk about, like, specific examples of people being unfortunate to me, but they're like, cracking down on people that are actually, like, bullying. And that's not what I'm doing. You can hate yourself as much as you want. These splits are so much more fun to run against. Oh my god. It's so much more accurate of how I'm actually playing. Hey, Zaz. Nah, I'm not worried at all. They're cracking down on bullying, not venting and criticism. Like, nobody should be worried unless they're actually a bully. Fuck! I fast traveled to the wrong spot. Is Max, like, only a European thing? I like Max. I enjoyed those burgers when I was there. You could, like, use the computer and get everything you wanted and then just go to the counter. You didn't have to talk to them. It's like the perfect social anxiety restaurant. It's perfect for, like, an event full of speedrunners. It's like food that isn't good for you, and you don't have to talk to them. Hey, Dinah. Yo, Dinah. Go to the merch store. Exclamation point merch in the chat. Get yourself a Zoop tank top that you can wear to the gym. This run's good, so I think I'll skip the drops. I just want to get a good run already. There's no shame in this. Short shorts with Zoop across the butt. No, they don't do any bottoms. Anything below the belt. Anything below the belt. None of that hit you? Really? Oh my god. One of these days I'm gonna die to this guy. I might lose time on this because I fast traveled to the wrong spot and I took the ladder down. We'll see, though. And that guy was a slow fight. There's a good chance I'll lose time to this. Only a few seconds, though, compared to PB, I think. Oh my god. Okay, it's fixed. My eye. Edible underwear. I don't understand that. What's the point of that? Like, realistically, if... Like, maybe... Like, your boyfriend's got some underwear on, you know, you're about to blow him, and you just eat through it. So you gotta, like, chew on this underwear. That's also just been, like, sitting on this... I don't know. Go, dude. Why are you stopping? I'm losing time. I'm losing like 15, I think. It's whatever. It's all good. This pace is still great. I feel a lot better about this run because I'm just going to go down each ladder. I like doing the drops, and if this was in like SGDQ, for example, I'd do the drops again. But they can really ruin a run. Hey, worm food. Well, I didn't even have to, like, undo move swap, I guess, if I was doing that. Whatever. That cutscene's really cool, by the way. I hate skipping it. Jokes. No, Dinah. We all think that you want Zoop Dick. God damn it. He's hitting me with too many attacks. Oh! Okay. I'll take that. It's not that good. Oh, maybe I do. There's going to be an Aw Heck I'm Gay shirt, and Zaz, you might be interested in this. There's going to be an Outskilled shirt. With some dice. I was gonna say outskilled. I'm looking forward to the outskilled shirt. I don't think so, Bravest Toast. I don't want it to be related to Dark Souls. Just a universal outskilled thing. It's pretty practical because people even outside of gaming can understand it, because there's going to be some dice on it. You know, just gambling, you know, in general. That whole concept. That's what ends the run? Really? That's super disappointing. When will I ever get a fucking run that's just deathless? Like, this run's gonna be deathless except for that. Why does there have to be a death? I just do not understand. Murphy's Law just has to be in games. In speedrunning. Whenever I think of Murphy's Law, I think of Cosmo's 1810 run. Narcissa's 1810 run. Of Ocarina of Time. And how the whole run was considered perfect, except that they paused one extra time on the Mito skip. And that was it. And the idea that you just, it was so perfect, it was so good. Just the Mito skip. One more pause. Lost 4 seconds to that. Cool. Skill. It's because my character didn't fall very fast, and I was just used to that faster drop. Come on. Well, if I had that fight without dying, this would have been a big gold. That's unfortunate, man. Why are you killing Artorias in the 80%? Because I need to get to the Battle of Stoicism. So I can get the Purple Coward's Crystal. Which is an item in the game that warps you to a location that isn't a bonfire. And so if I can combine the loading screens of both a dark sign, which sends me to a bonfire in this location, where the Lord Vessel and the Kiln is, and the Purple Coward's Crystal, it'll just, like, kind of negotiate. And it's, like, the easiest glitch in the game. I get it first try every time. Kappa. Oh my god. I can't press up. Up is broken. Come on, man. There we go. Oh, come on. There we go. It's kind of hard to move swap in the Kiln. It's a little wavy. So I'm kind of happy that I got it, but it makes sense that I got it in that flat surface on those archways things. Platform, whatever that is. The bridge. You won't normally see runners move swapping up or down stairs or anything that isn't like a level field. People prefer to move swap into walls because it's flat the whole time. It's a 38, but I don't like it because I died.
So fast!
That's 2 PBs in a row, though. I don't think I reset any runs today. Yeah, I've been live for an hour and a half, and these take about, like, 45 minutes real time each. So I played, like, one song and then did 2 runs. So the slow parts were, like, I don't know, pretty obvious. Thanks for the bits, Rudy. Thanks for the grats, everybody else, too. This song's nice, but I have to tab out to, oh, I can still hear it. Compare against real time, 40/40. Yeah, I'll put like a 45-minute estimate on this, and I'll submit this, I don't know. I'll put this run on YouTube, just so I can have 2 videos on YouTube. I'll put this run on YouTube, just so I can have 2 videos on YouTube, literally. Because then I can have this run, which just shows the run, and then I can have a nice PB, which is like, I'll try to get like a 36 or something, nothing too fancy. Down the line.